Good afternoon, everyone. We're glad you're here with your Community Connection live update from your police department. I'm Tyler Chandler, and we have Richard Frankich and Taylor Givens joining. And we're here to give you an update about what happened the past 7 days in our community and talk about some upcoming events and just have a good time together as we go live for about 20 to 30 minutes, reaching out to you. And we want this to be interactive. So if you have any questions, type that in the comments, but just let you know that you're here. I see Taylor and Rich have already jumped on their own Facebook and left some comments. So all is good there. There's another 18 of you watching us live. And we have a lot of good information to pass on to you today. But thank you for being here. Taylor, Rich, tell me about your day. How's it going?
It's been a good day today. Had a great day so far today. Fun day yesterday. The safety day in the park last night was fantastic. Got to meet and greet with so many great people and had a lot of fun last night.
Yeah, it's been slow over here today. But like Rich said, last night was a lot of fun. Happy to interact with everybody, and it was a good time.
Absolutely. Slow day for me too, which is always nice. Was able to take 4 of our new police officers out to lunch. We went to Calabria Pizza, always good food. And there was a family there that bought all of our meals. Chief was there with me, some of our other command staff, and this family paid for about 6 pizzas, and always very nice. We have such a supportive community. And when you have brand new officers that are coming to us from other agencies across the nation to work in our community because they researched us and saw what our community and police department is all about, and then when they have that interaction early on where the community member is taking care of them, it's pretty awesome. And it just leaves a lasting impact that they know they're coming to a good place to live and a good place to serve. But Rich, let's hop into it with a weekly update.
Absolutely. So this week we're covering October the 5th to October the 11th. Getting right into our numbers. We had a good busy week this week. A lot of proactivity going on. 906 police calls, 69 fire calls, 20 crime reports, 106 arrest charges, 526 traffic stops, 200 citations, 27 non-injury crashes, and 3 injury crashes. Crash numbers, the non-injury side's creeping up a little bit. That injury side's creeping down a little bit. Of course, we'd like to see that all as low as possible, as always.
Yeah, absolutely.
And getting in those crime reports, we had 5 family disturbances. Always hate to see those up at the top. It seems like here lately those have been at the top. 4 property damage, 4 frauds, 4 stolen vehicles this week, 2 of which were utility trailers, a couple of thefts, and a trespassing.
Good.
And on our arrest charges, good proactive numbers like always. They're always out there getting at it. 23 driving on suspended revokes, 22 simple possession of drugs, 20 warrant arrests, 9 no driver's license arrests. Had 6 curfew violations this week, which we don't see that very often. And of course, you see the rest there down the list.
Yeah, those curfew violations came out of an incident, I believe, in Hickory Hills, where teenagers decided, I think it was 1, 2 in the morning, to go and not just, knock on people's doors and run away, but bang on people's doors and run away. And, when stuff like that happens, there are consequences to that because it scares people. And we're just glad our officers were able to get out there and ensure that that's all that was occurring with that mischief. And parents came and picked up their children that were involved in it. And I say children, they're teenagers in high school that are doing stuff like that. But it really upsets some of those residents. And I don't think it's their intention to upset anyone. But when you do, there are some consequences.
And on the neighborhood and school zone enforcement, we got Beckwith Road, Park Glen, Old Lebanon Dirt Road, Maricourt, Vanna Road, and Adams Lane. 64 stops, 28 citations, and 6 arrests. Some good numbers on that effort this week.
Very cool.
And on to the Guardian Shield program. The 3 biggies that everyone likes to see is 168 stolen cars, 69 stolen plates, and 114 wanted persons since we've had that program.
Yeah, it continues to be very strong. I want to give a shout out to some folks joining in. Got Eileen and Ellie. Just hello to y'all, and I'm glad you're joining us this afternoon. Taylor, you have some good stuff with the fall season coming up.
Yeah, so lots of fun fall activities coming up. Just like our event yesterday, it wasn't fall related, but there are a lot of events in the community going on at this time of year. So these tips can kind of overflow to that. But I just kind of wanted to talk about how to keep your children safe in large crowds or activities, whether it be at a church, a park, a big event, a pumpkin patch, whatever it may be. These are just some things you can do to keep you and your children safe. And, if something were to happen where they were to get lost, you have a plan in place. So always teach your children how to find workers or helpers. When you go somewhere, people are typically wearing a shirt or a vest or their uniform where you're going to be able to identify them. Show your kids that those are the workers, so if they're going to get lost, that's where they need to go. Make a plan to meet up. Find a designated area that you're going to tell your kids, if you see us, go to this specific spot and we'll come to you. Tag children with your contact information. They make really cool bracelets now that are silicone that you can put your phone number on. Makes it really easy for if a child were to get away, they have an identification and they're able to reach you very easily. Choose bright clothing and photograph your kids. So, whether it be a shirt, pants, shoes, something that's bright so you're going to be able to see them in a crowd. And take a photo of them while you're at the event or before you leave your house so you know exactly what they're wearing, because it's really easy to explain if you know exactly what they're wearing. And then have a way to contact your children. If your child is old enough and they have a mobile device, make sure all your phones are charged and all your devices are charged so that you are going to be able to contact them. And then just practice and reinforce that plan. Make sure when you get to a spot, you guys go through that list so that you know if something were to happen, exactly what to do, and just really reinforce that with your children. We don't like to think about things like that happening, but unfortunately in large crowds, it does. So doing something like this really helps to ensure that you and your children do stay safe.
Yeah, good stuff, Taylor. I like the fact of the clothing and photography for you're photographing your kids. There's a lot of times when we respond to incidents, especially at large events, and they just can't find their child. The parent can't really explain what they were wearing, right? You put the clothes on them, you got them ready to go, but you just don't remember exactly what they were wearing. And just snapping that photo is so helpful because we can then send that photo quickly to the team that's looking for the child, so they know exactly what this child looks like. And the more detailed description that we have, the easier it is for our staff to mentally remember that and then spot that in a crowd, so they can quickly recover the child for the family member. We also run into it the other way where the child comes to us because they can't find mom or dad. So if there's something on the child, like those wristbands you mentioned, that kind of gives the parent phone number, always helps us reunite that child quickly with a parent. But a lot of large events coming up, whether it's Halloween in the park, which we'll talk about, or the mini fall festivals across different churches and organizations in our community. It's always a good time that brings people together during this fall season, kind of over Halloween, but it's a lot of fellowship happening and neighbors meeting neighbors and everyone just having a good time. Thank you for that. Last night, we mentioned earlier, we had our Mount Juliet Safety Night at Charlie Daniels Park. It was a good time. I think they estimated about 2,000 attendees. So throughout the event, we're grateful for everyone who showed up and met all of our staff, but also we're grateful for members from the Lebanon Police Department, Wilson County Sheriff's Department, Rehab 23, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and our own Mount Juliet Fire Department for being out there, and many other folks. Big shout out to Volunteer State Bank. They cooked 800 hot dogs for those who wanted to grab a hot dog and provided chips and drinks for everyone. And they did an amazing job. Sean and Tina from Volunteer State Bank were keeping that organized, and Sean was working the grill as best as she could to keep up with the demand for those hot dogs. But it was a wonderful event, and we're grateful that many of you came out, and then some of you on here were able to come out and meet us, like Lisa Roberts. Grateful for you to come out as well. And I met a lot of people, Rich, I'm sure you did too, and Taylor, who may recognize us from these live updates, and they just wanted to meet us in person. So grateful for that. The photo's cool that you see on the screen. You got Ace there in the middle. Ace is Chief Hambrick's grandson. I think he wants to follow in his footsteps, but he always loves to dress up and come out there. He just thinks he's definitely one of us, and one day I'm sure he will be, but he walks around and ensures that he's protecting everyone just like our officers do. But Mayor Manis was there, Vice Mayor Bill Trevette was there, and many others. Many of our police officers were there, and we're grateful For that, you see folks here from Lebanon Police Department, Tennessee Highway Patrol, and Wilson County Sheriff. We all work hard to keep this county safe, and we're grateful for the partnerships that we have with all of our public safety teams across the county, because we all have to work together to keep everyone safe. And different stuff crosses jurisdictional lines many times, and criminals, they don't pay attention to a county line or a city line, and we're always working together to keep stuff safe. And of course, Taylor was there as well, and that is Detective Mackenzie Favors. But there were many photos. Jake, our photographer, likes to be a jokester, and he took many photos of officers and staff enjoying different foods, and no one ever wants to get their photo taken as they're eating food. So Taylor, I saved you from that one, but I did find this one on the reel that I wanted to share of you two. But grateful for you and Mackenzie, who's always getting after it. Even Mackenzie this week was honored as the City of Mount Juliet Employee of the Month, which is a big deal. Only 12 are selected throughout the year across all city employees. And she has just been doing such amazing work in our detective division with solving some major cases. But she's a go-getter. She's very, very smart, and she gets the job done. So we're grateful for Mackenzie. Taylor, grateful for you too. And it's always nice to find an embarrassing photo. MJ Census is on the way, and it's here. So we just need you to go to mjcensus.org if you live in the city of Mount Juliet, and register whoever is in your household who lives here, so the city can get some free money, and that free money goes to services that are provided to you. It keeps our taxes low because the state gives us this money through the federal government, and you want to be counted. So that money can go in to support our fire department, EMS, police, road infrastructure, and everything else that keeps the city moving strong like it is. It's not cheap to run a city, but we do it as frugal and economical as we can. But hey, anytime you can get free money from different government entities that our taxes already go to, sign up for that so it can benefit you. And you can do that by going to mjcensus.org. Rich, did you get yours done?
I absolutely did. It took, it was quick. It took about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to do it. Very simple, logged right in, got it done. Real easy to do, and strongly encourage everybody that lives in the city limits to get in there and do it. As Captain mentioned, it's really important. It helps not just us here in emergency services, but the entire city. So it's a big benefit for everybody.
Yeah. Did you get Margie logged in?
Midgie?
Midgie. Did you get Midgie, the terrier, logged in?
Unfortunately, we couldn't log the puppy, but yeah,
Okay.
I got everybody else in the house there. So yeah, it was easy.
Yeah, that's true. You cannot log your pets. I wish you could, but you can't. We have Coffee with a Cop coming up Friday, October 20th, 7 to 9 at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is always a great host for Coffee with a Cop. They actually were our first host many years ago when Chief Hambrick started this initiative. So come on out. It's an opportunity just to grab some coffee, some snacks, meet your police officers, meet other residents in the community, ask any question that you want to ask in a nice, relaxing atmosphere at Chick-fil-A. So come on down and meet us there. Special events coming up: Halloween 5K for Hope through MJ for Hope, and Parkinson's Fun Walk. This benefits Lieutenant Kenny Hudson. He was the firefighter injured in the apartment fire not too long ago, and he is healing up well, but there's obviously a lot of cost involved in that. And to support his family, you can join in on this 5K for Hope. That is October 28th. And all you need to do is go to mjforhope.org to register for that. Next event coming up, October 21st, Halloween in the Park, always a large event at Charlie Daniels Park, and it'll be 11 to 3. Parking will be available at the park, also at Mount Juliet Middle School and Elsie Patton. And since construction does not start until October 23rd, the field at police headquarters will be available because our building construction will not start until October 23rd that week for us to start on the new building that we're all grateful for. But that's a great event. Many people will be out at that event, all dressed, however, free candy. There's hay rides, petting zoo inflatables, and many, many vendors handing out all kinds of cool stuff. How's the weather, Rich?
Weather's looking pretty good this weekend. A little bit of chances of some rain in the overnight hours each day this weekend. Nothing going to reach the severe levels this weekend so far. But for the most part, during the day, each day this weekend, it's not bad. Just slight chances of some showers during the day. Temperatures are in the seasonable range, so nothing too crazy. We're looking in the high 60s to high 50s throughout the weekend, getting down into the 40s in overnight hours, and then coming back into next week, it'll be clearing back up and staying in the upper 50s, low 60s throughout the early next week. So not too bad this weekend. So hopefully tomorrow, through tonight and into tomorrow, shouldn't be too bad until overnight hours when the rain starts rolling in.
Right. How's the radar look? I know we have a big game tonight at Mount Juliet High School at 7:00 with rivalry Lebanon. I think MJ is going to win from all the different reports that I hear. So they have the leg up, and I hope they win because that's my alma mater, Mount Juliet High School. When it was at the old building on Mount Juliet Road, I wasn't lucky enough to eventually go to the new building, but aging myself a little bit.
Yeah, that was back in the day, wasn't it?
It was back in the day. Do you have the radar to be able to pull up on that map there?
I can get it. Yeah. The rain they're calling for this evening, they were saying wasn't due to come in until after 3:00 in the morning. So hopefully tonight should be okay. Right now we're free and clear all through the whole state. So
it should be pretty good. Awesome. Good deal. So a rain-free game between Mount Juliet and Lebanon tonight at Mount Juliet High School, and that game is always very packed, but Rich and I, we're actually going to go out this afternoon and do some things to try to prevent parking that clogs up neighborhood streets just as a preventative measure. And we will have extra patrols around that game throughout the evening. And of course, SROs and Wilson County Sheriff will be there at the game. Then after the game, we'll be helping with traffic, trying to keep traffic moving around. But big game tonight. Be a lot of traffic on Golden Bear Gateway, especially around Mount Juliet High School, and our team here at MJ are rooting for the MJ Bears. So good luck to all them and Coach Perry on a big win tonight. Folks, if you have any questions, type those in the comments. We are always grateful for questions, and we'll get to those. I saw some comments. Lisa, she's already did the census really easy. Good feedback, Lisa. Thank you. And Frank's just thanking us for the update. And we have Andrea chiming in with last night was a blast. My kids and I enjoyed it. Thanks for all you do. And some feedback from Cindy about Lebanon Road by Green Hill Church of Christ. Needs some radar at night and weekends. Loud, annoying vehicles and speeding. Thanks, Cindy, for that. And a lot of people don't know, too. When you modify your muffler to make it really loud, that is against the law. It's a muffler violation. If you try to drive and blow out a lot of dark smoke or with your muffler, that is a muffler violation. So you need to keep that in check. Please don't make your car louder than it should be. And we all have heard those vehicles where it hurts your ears, makes like a loud clapping noise as it's taken off. That is the illegal type. The modification some folks make that is not really loud, it just changes the tone of the muffler. That's not quite illegal. But if you make it real loud where it starts hurting ears, too loud, you got to keep it in check. Georgina chimed in about World Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and we celebrate that by joining the Extra Mile for the Down Syndrome Association of Middle Tennessee on October 21st. I'll be out there. Rich will be. Many of our staff here, Officer Joe Lukens and the Chief and Deputy Chief and Lieutenant Christensen and many others, always love that event. And when we get to go out and have a good time. Taylor, maybe you can come join us.
Maybe I can. Yeah, absolutely.
It'd be awesome to have you out there too. A very rewarding experience, and the kiddos always get so excited to get medals from us. Good deal. And Sarah, do you know Sarah Taylor? Did you pay her to leave this comment? Okay. Sarah's chiming in. Thank you for all you do. Good deal. Murfreesboro friend or Lebanon friend?
Lebanon, yeah.
Lebanon. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So you even say Lebanon the right way now. Lebanon.
What did I used to say? Lebanon?
Lebanon. Yeah. It's Lebanon, right? Lebanon.
There's no A. Lebanon.
Yeah. It's like Mount Juliet.
Mount Juliet.
Yeah, you can't say Juliet. That's not how you say it. It's Mount Juliet.
Mount Juliet.
Yeah. The Commissioner Ray Justice always makes that joke. And he says, he can tell who's from Mount Juliet or not by the way they say Mount Juliet or not,
That's fair.
Fun. Yeah. But Commissioner Justice has been a long time member of the Mount Juliet community, born and raised here. One of the few. All right. I don't see many comments. What else do you have going on this week? I haven't looked at my calendar to see what I have happening. I'll be working tonight. Chief and I and our Deputy Chief, Michael Mullins, will be at the Cloyd's Presbyterian Church tonight with a talk to their congregation. And then tomorrow, there is the first annual Veterans Tribute Ride in Duke Henry's Backyard Bash that our team will be helping out with. There's some folks here. Rich, are you helping with that ride tomorrow?
I haven't been asked so far.
I don't see you on the list. So maybe they have it handled. I think this is where they're doing it through off-duty employment stuff. And then that's it. So it'll be a peaceful, relaxing weekend for me. Knock on wood. Taylor, what do y'all have planned? A fall festival?
No, I think it's going to be a peaceful weekend for us too. Hopefully going to take the baby to a pumpkin patch maybe next weekend, but I think we're just going to do this weekend. So I'm excited about that. Nice weather. So we'll probably be outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Rich, what's the big plans for you? Family
Whole
time?
lot of nothing. After working tonight, had big night last night and big night tonight with the game. Hopefully going to have a knock on wood kind of calm, peaceful weekend this weekend. So
and hanging out with me.
Hanging out with who?
Midgie.
Midgie.
Oh yeah, hanging out with Margie. Yeah.
Margie or Midgie?
Yep.
Almost said Toto. I didn't quite know the terrier's name. Yeah. We need to bring back the photos of Midge.
Yeah, I'll have to get some up for the next live we do.
Yeah.
Got a couple shout outs for you this week too.
Yeah, what's the shout outs you got?
First, what's up, Gerald? See you over there in the comments. How's it going, Gerald? Always happy to see Gerald pop in and say hi.
Absolutely.
And there he is. And big shout out for this morning for a new home-based business out of Lebanon called Rise Up Rolls. She brought us a whole bunch of fresh homemade cinnamon rolls. She's just trying to promote her business a little bit, so she was nice enough to bring us a whole bunch of homemade cinnamon rolls. And they were very good.
They were good. I tried each one. Try to find my favorite. Now I took like a bite of each one.
He had 5 whole cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, no, a bite from each one. So I think that equates to one whole cinnamon roll. There was pumpkin spice, the mocha. Help me out here. The pecan, maple,
and original,
and regular. Yeah, it was good. Good stuff. Her contact information is on our Facebook.
Yep, and then we also had the Adams family had from former Officer Robert Adams from our department who's battling cancer. His wife came by and dropped off a huge pan of shrimp Alfredo for us today. So we've been well fed today. So a huge shout out to Robert and his wife. Hope he's doing good. Prayers always going out for you, buddy. Hope you get better quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Definite prayers. But all good food for us. Again, thank you to the family who paid for all of our officers' meals today at Calabria who were there. It was awesome to be able to take some new hires and treat them to Mount Juliet hospitality. Question from Frank. Is there going to be a chili cook-off this year? And Frank, there is not. We did Mount Juliet Safety Night because of the pending construction here. We weren't sure exactly when that was going to start. We knew it would be this month, so we did not do a chili cook-off. Hopefully, we'll be back with that once the new building's open in about 2 years. Awesome. Anything else, guys?
Got it.
All good? Cool. Well, thank you all for joining. We definitely appreciate you listening to us chat back and forth for about 24 minutes. And if there's anything you need, give us a call. Stay safe. Have a wonderful weekend. And all of our officers and staff are always here for you. Take care.